A couple of years ago, another drought set in. One day, Patrick came across a buffalo sniffing an empty water hole and decided that this time he couldn't ignore what was happening to the animals.
I could see the need of animals having water. Babies were coming there, baby elephants, baby buffaloes, and every animal was, grumbling for water. I was really moved even into tears because that was unbelievable that there's drought and everyone is sitting down, they're doing nothing.
Patrick got a truck that could carry 10,000 liters of water and drove it 43 miles to the wildlife sanctuary. He started with 1 truckload a day, but it wasn't enough. He'd get to the water hole and find hundreds of animals waiting for water. So he started making 2, 3, 4 trips a day.
Because I saw like 7, 8 years ago, I saw animals dying. So I wanted to look for an alternative.
His job was sometimes nerve-wracking. The animals learned to recognize his truck, and they'd run right up to it. It could take an entire minute just to get the water going. But the animals always waited, and that was proof to Patrick that he was doing the right thing.
Mr. Patrick, thank you for your kind ad. The people hope that the animals can be happy. This idea inspired me. Hello everyone, my name is Mumu. Because these ideas are really important to the survival of animals, plants, and even human development, I made them public on YouTube and gave them to everyone in the world who lacks water and energy. I hope there will never be famine or water shortage in the world. Water is heavy. Why not convey clouds? Why does water boil at a lower temperature in the mountains than in the plains? It's because of pressure. It can be seen from the three-phase diagram of water. The lower the air pressure, the lower the boiling temperature. So if the air pressure is reduced to 1 Pascal, all water above minus 16 degrees Celsius will boil. Therefore, it is feasible to use a vacuum pump to turn water into steam first, and then convey it to a distant place. The theoretical aspects of this theme will be explained in more detail in the next video. Next, I will introduce the experimental equipment. Vacuum pump is the most important part. The scope vacuum pump can handle a large amount of water vapor, and the vacuum ultimate pressure meets the requirements of 1 Pascal. The oil-type vacuum pumps on the market are not suitable for handling large amounts of water vapor. Friends who need to do experiments, please pay attention and don't break them like me. Since this second-hand non-food grade vacuum pump contains iron powder, you will see black condensed water being discharged during the experiment. After settling, you will see clear water. Friends who want to drink this water are reminded to use a food-grade vacuum pump, filter, and disinfect it before use. Silicone can achieve a very good sealing effect. A silicone lid like this one can seal bottles and cups of different sizes. I made a hole in the center, add a custom-made transparent acrylic lid and fixed it with nuts and connectors to make it a multi-purpose part. All pipes use KF25 diameter to match the vacuum pump. The most important thing for this experiment is that water can enter the sealed environment from the outside, and no outside gas enter. So, A silicon tube of the right size is used to achieve this effect. I use common 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch nozzles for automation. In addition, I also use an ultrasonic mist maker to atomize the water, which will be shown at next video. Salinity test pan is used to detect different liquid salinity. Stirring engine is used to prove that the ice cube and room temperature can drive the engine. Let me introduce vacuum solar long-distance water conveying system first. Since there is no place with sunlight available for vent, I set up the experiment in the stairwell. If you use a straw to suck a drink, the drink will rise. In the same way, water will rise along the seal pipe after starting the vacuum pump. It will turn into steam after passing through the nozzle, then enter the vacuum pump and condense to water. The most ideal idea is that the nozzle can completely turn water into mist. In the experiment, it can be observed that a large amount of water remains in the glass bottle. One of the reasons is that the temperature of the water and nozzle are not hot enough and affects evaporation speed. In conclusion, due to the influence of refrigeration, using solar heat or electricity to continuously heat water, pipes, and nozzle should increase the evaporation rate. In addition, increasing the number of nozzles and using nozzles with thinner diameters should be able to increase evaporation. Next, let me introduce the vacuum seawater sewage desalination system. Using the same principle, a suitable length of pipe and space can achieve simple seawater desalination this time. I tried using black tea, river water, and seawater and measured both salinity before and after desalination. Once again, friends who want to drink this water are reminded to use a food-grade vacuum pump, filter, and disinfect it before use. After desalination, the salinity was close to tap water, which confirmed that the system is feasible. Using this core tool of the vacuum pump, two power generation systems can be produced. The first is an improved version of traditional hydropower. It first used water from vacuum solar long-distance water conveying system, and then it flowed downward to generate differential energy hydropower. Another system used vacuum pump to achieve refrigeration to make minus 16 degrees Celsius ice cubes as solar heat and works with a Stirling temperature difference engine to generate electricity. The larger the temperature difference, the higher the power generation effect. To demonstrate the vacuum refrigeration can make ice cube, I used different bottles and cups. At last, I used a cup that can keep warm, and it changed from tea at 25 degrees to ice at minus 37 degrees Celsius in about 25 minutes. This Stirling engine can be rotated at room temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and water at 9 degrees Celsius. If solar heat is added, the greater the temperature difference, the better the power generation effect will be. If using vacuum water refrigeration, air conditioning system to make new type of air conditioner and fridge. Just required to add water before the ice melts and disappears. Conclusion is that the conveying water, desalination, power generation, and refrigeration are all feasible. Let's improve our planet together. Shan Xin Yak Shui. The highest excellence is like water. Be water, my friend.